Hope everybody's doing well, and hope the work week's been going good for you guys. As you can see, a lot's changed, and you really can't see to my left here, but you can definitely see off to my right here, and new placement of the door. Actually, a whole new door. It's an outswing door, whole new wall. Right after my last update video, which was probably a day or two after, literally, we had a bad storm and caused some damage and had a lot of water damage. That resulted in taking out a wall and a half, rebuilding one, and completely rebuilding this one, and some other work that went in with it. And by the time I figured out what exactly had happened and the severity of the damage, it was too late really for everything else. All the track I laid over here where the yard was, that got damaged some, and basically had to take everything up. So it's a blank slate in here, and that was depressing because I was making great progress, and I was really heading in the right direction, I think, this time. However, a lot of good did come out of that. I got the door that I really wanted, and so I don't have to worry about a door swinging inward now. I was able to position it more centered, and I've done all the work myself, so I saved myself a lot of money there. Material cost, if you're in that field right now, you know lumber and everything is extremely expensive, and so I was able to do everything exactly the way it needed to be, and we're getting ready to start rebuilding. Now, I'm going to grab the phone here in a minute and kind of take you around and show you everything that we have to look forward to together. So, I'm excited. The reason I say that is because now I get to redo some of the things that I wish I had done differently. Basically the same track plan, a few little things have changed. Still going to do around the room, climb. I figured it up to where I can get up to 15 inches now, and versus the 12 inches, and I'm good with that. I mean, I've talked to a few people about doing a helix, and I just don't want to go the helix route, and that's a personal opinion. So everything is basically going to stay the same. However, like the yard's going to flip-flop. It's going to be on the wall behind us, and then on this wall here, it's just going to be a very probably 6 to 10 inch wide piece, a couple tracks, nothing more, a little bit of scenery, but that's it. And I'm doing that for a couple reasons that we'll go over here in a minute. So let me go ahead and grab the phone and we'll get started. Everything over here was redone. I was able to save some of the wood and got that all back together, but that was actually a blessing in disguise, and we'll jump on that here in a minute. So I had to redo everything over here and part of this section over here. Now, I'd actually taken everything down, including this, but I actually went and put that back up only to use it as storage. So as you can see, everything is down. Absolutely everything. As you can see, I have the old bench work, some of which I ended up getting rid of because it got kind of broken up. Just actually got done dismantling a lot of what I'm going to get rid of, but everything else, this one piece here is in question. It's kind of broke off in a couple of sections towards the ends. I think I can save it, but that was one of the pieces that was used for my yard, which my yard is going to go completely down this wall here now, and that will give me a much larger yard. So this is going to be all flat here, and then as soon as I transition out of the yard and I start to come here, it's where I'm going to start my 2% grade. So I am going to go with a 2% grade this time. So it's going to go through here. I'm going to have my lift out. It's going to start climbing, and then actually, let me back up real quick. One of the things I'm doing this time is a little different. My bench height will be at 45 inches to start with, and it will end at 60 inches. So 45 inches will roughly put me 2 inches below this here, which is good. And then once I hit that 60-inch mark, the second level will be up here. So it gives me plenty of space for my workstation. And with the way I plan on doing it, I'm actually thinking about getting rid of this entirely and building me a nice little L workstation here. And so I'll have some on this side of the wall and then some over here. So anyway, getting back to that, and then it'll do a climb up here. And like I said, it'll be basically anywhere from 6 to 10 inches. And I think it's going to be more on the 10-inch side. So then, of course, just like the last layout, it's going to come around. It's going to come down through here. Now, this side is going to be a little bit wider. And that's why I'm doing that, because the way I want to do my climb this time is I'm going to come out. I'm going to have some real nice scenes in there. I'm not going to jump into that right now, but I have that already planned out. And then when I come up around the peninsula here, it's going to duck in kind of close. And I'm doing that for 2 reasons. One, because the size of the yard I'm going to have over here. And then 2, I want it to duck in as close as possible, because at this point right here, believe it or not, it's already at 11 and, I think, let's see, 11 and a half inches. And that's just at this point. That's not including the curve, but right here it's at 11 and a half inches. So what I'm going to do is once it comes down through here, it's going to still kind of climb. And then it's going to do what it used to do with the old layout, meaning it's going to connect. Probably not to this piece, because this piece is going to shift over to that wall, but it's going to connect up there, so we'll see that. However, the main reason why I'm doing it this way is when I start my yard, I'm doing my reversing loop a little different. So my yard will start here, go this way. Well, this section here is going to be basically just a double track, which will convert down into a single track. And it's going to go through this wall here. And this is all still the first level. It's going to go through that wall. And then this entire back side, which is the right side when you come into the room of the peninsula, is going to be under the layout staging. I use the air quotes because it's going to be there. We're calling it under the layout staging because it's kind of going to be hidden. You won't be able to see it. And then as it comes around here, which once again you won't be able to see it, it's going to open up. So here's going to be my coal scene. So now my coal scene will be down here with that peninsula loop going for the main line will be up here. And the reason I'm doing it like that is so I can have my under the layout staging, if you will. However, that's also going to act as my reversing loop for my lower level. So that will come in down through here. It will, as you can't see, but it will shoot back in here and it will tie back in over here. And then it goes back down around through the yard and then it will make its trip up to the top. So with that being said, hopefully everybody's staying on track here, because I know sometimes I don't explain things very well. So I was thinking about how I wanted to tie my second level in with the climb, because as the climb comes up at this section right here, I'm at 15 and a half inches. And I originally thought I was going to go this way and then go around, but I'm not. So I'm going to go back down this way here. But this section of the reversing, see, that's what I said. I explained things horribly. But the main line climb is going to kind of bump out here. And the reason it's going to bump out is the second level is going to be built off of the bench work for that climb up. So I can blend the two scenes and there won't be, this one track going this way and weird shape bench work and then the same thing over here. So if you can imagine, right here will be the second level bench work and then right here will be the climb going this way. But it's going to kind of come out S in a little bit and then curve back out around. So I gave it a lot of thought and I just figured that would probably be the best way to tie all of this in. And the reason I'm doing that is because that bench work for the loop around to the second level will be only a few inches. I think I figured out like 5.5, 6 inches below that second deck. And that would just look really weird and it would be really hard to hide it. So that's why I'm pushing this all out on this end here, but shoving everything that direction because of that skinnier side over there. So this way, my second level will blend right in with my climbing level, if that makes sense, with scenery and everything like that. So I'm really excited about that. So that's that. So you can see I no longer have a window unit. Took that out, and well, got my bad boy right there hooked up, and I tell you what, no more painting of the wood. It is 100% climate controlled in here, and I tell you what, this little thing does wonderful. If you were thinking about doing a shed layout or even a garage layout, whatever it may be, that's awesome right there. Climate controlled 100%. It's a nice 70 degrees in here right now. It's like 65 outside. Don't really need it on, but I've been wanting to test it out and see how it goes. And it does. It's a 12,000 BTU, so that's more than enough for this shed. So, and then of course, you know, I've had all this insulation down. I've got it pretty much in place. I have to come back around out of Staples, and so I have to come back and put you know, staples in this bottom section of all of this installation here. But that's about it, guys and gals. I know you guys have been missing me. I've been getting messages. See how I threw that in there, right? Yeah, pulled you in. But I appreciate everybody checking up on me. Well, I appreciate you all asking and wanting to know how I'm doing. I know it's been about 4 weeks, and so now you have it. And then finally all of that back there is going to get finished too. So I'm excited. I really am. There's a lot of work ahead of me. And the good thing about, get my hand out of the way. The good thing about this one is I get to kind of do what I found with the first one. And meaning the mistakes that I made. Not that they were truly my fault, but just things that you don't see coming until you get to that, you know, certain point in your project. So I'm excited about it. I really am. You know, at first when this all happened and this took place, I was really down because I'd put so much time and effort into it. But coming forward, I knew, you know, what was expected, what it was going to take to get me from where I was to where I am now and back to where I was. So, you know, that was kind of a hard pill to swallow, but like I said, a lot of good came out of it. It just happened to be, you know, with me repairing this wall behind me and then this one over here, that gave me the opportunity to get my mini split unit and, you know, really think about the way I want to do my track plan this time. And like I said, a lot of things are staying the same. The layout basically is the same, except I've made a few tweaks, especially with the yard. I wanted a larger yard, and so now I've got that. Well, I will have that. So, got to order more track. I was able to save most of my track. Of course, the cork road bed was done. A lot of the wood warped because it got so humid. I did have the AC, the window unit, which was working great up until all the moisture and just, you know, the water damage. So it is what it is. It really is. So anyway, I hope you guys look forward to these new update videos. I will say this was not any choice of mine. If I had to, you know, go back and do this, I think I would have done it a little differently. But I feel like I kind of get started on these layouts and then something happens, usually me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. I'm tearing it down. However, I can assure you that when I start on this one, unless Mother Nature starts again or strikes again, I will not be starting again. So I may make some tweaks as I go with, you know, the current layout plan, but I'm excited. So anyway, it's Wednesday, it's hump day. I hope everybody's had a great day. And hey, life is great, right? We have our health, we have our friends, and all we can do is keep moving forward. So I hope you guys are blessed, and you got gals, and hey, keep pushing forward. Got one shot at this. We might as well make it the best we can, right? All right. I'm glad we're all on board. So, hey, y'all have a great one. Y'all, listen to me like I'm down south or something. No, not at all. Anyway, you guys and gals have a great night. And I've missed you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. See ya.